Now I'll move on to advanced static analysis. So basically, advanced static analysis is basic static analysis, but then it is analyzing the code of the malware itself on the assembly language level. So the program that we'll be using for the advanced static analysis will be IDA Pro. So I've already opened up the IDA Pro here. So let's go into IDA Pro. So now if I click on the display graph of function calls, I'll be able to see the graph of the function of all the function that is actually called by this malware. So if I zoom in a bit more to the zoom in into the functions. So as you can see over here, there is a module entry at 0 and it's green color. So basically the green color means that it's most likely the start of this malware. So if I can go to the names window and find it, so module entry. So now we are at the module entry. So this is the starting function of the most likely the starting function of the malware. So firstly, you can see it calls and imports the get command line A, which is basically to get a command line that is the command line string that is in the command line when this program is run. So now if we can go down, continue going down, you can see it also calls an import of get startup info. So basically a startup info is all about the startup info about the startup structure of the computer or the OS itself. So after that you can see it jumps to location 10064 3D. So now if we go over to that, so now here it calls a function called import get module handle at 4. So basically this function is to get the module handler, which is the DLL or exe file that is actually handling this malware. So get the name of the DLL or exe file that is actually handling this malware. So next you'll see that it calls the function winMain at 16. So this is actually a main function. So if we can find it in the names window, win, win win16. Let's just click here. So now it goes to winMain at 16. So right now you can see it says it calls a method domain. So let's go into domain now. So if you can see here all of this, it calls get users permission. So if basically get users permission is to just to get the users permission, and then which each specific users on this computer or OS, the permissions, the file permissions or whatever to of the users. So after that, let's go to jumps to short location. So firstly it gets file lists at 0. So basically getting a file list is just like getting a list of the files that is running this program. So after that it jumps to location this if it is not if the value in exa is not 0. So basically if it's not, so you'll go to call temp directory. So the call then get temp directory is basically a function that it gets the temporary directory of where this malware is actually stored at. So now if we can go on, so you'll jump after that you'll test whether eax is 0 again. So next you'll jump to location which is right below here. So after going through all this push and move, so after then you'll call a function called get system directory a at 8. So basically this function is to get the operating system's path, for the full path of the operating system. For example, like if this is a Windows XP, so if I go to my computer and go C drive, and then this is basically with the C drive and then Windows. This is basically the full path of the for the operating system. So now after that we can go on. So you call add path at 12. So after that you load library. So this load library, it might actually load some other modules or some other exe file, DLL file, the exe files into this malware. So these other exe files or DLL files may actually call even more modules. So it might make this malware actually seem run more processes than it actually seems like it. So let's continue going on after all this pushing and comparing. So after that you'll call the method call the function called import get proc address at 8. So this is basically to, as the line states here, is to get the process address of this get the address of the process that is actually running this malware. So basically is to get the process of the malware, like in the, for example, in the memory, where is this process stored at, and such. So now if we go on to this, it will jump to this. So now you'll free the library. So it probably might be the library that the previous this load library that probably might be releasing the memory for the library that is it loaded before prior. So if we can go on, so you'll call check win directory. So after that you'll go to here. So now set current directory at A. So basically this is you will create a file at a specific location, which is already pushed in in this register called EBX. The EBX contains the path name of the file that this malware wants to create and put at. So if we can go down, continue, you'll check whether if it's error or not. If the program is not, if the program is not, the program does not succeed in creating this file or something like that, you will get an error code, and then you exit. So if not, you will continue going down. So you continue going down. So right now you'll just see you will. So after the set current directory, you'll go down to this. If calls it already, then you'll extract the files from the malware, a file that is in the malware, that is imported from the malware. Sorry. So after, it may extract the file at the position that actually was mentioned and above in the EBX value. So let's continue going down. So jump to location. So after that, you can see that it will go to here. So you can continue scrolling down. So it actually has a call command, a function called run install command. So this probably means that it will install another file or program into the computer by using the extracted files from above here. So now if you can continue going down, so after all of this has done, it will most likely display a finish message. Then after the finish message has been done, it will end and then go back to what we did just now, the the place where this domain is actually called from. So let me find the module entry here. Okay. So after that, you'll go to domain. You'll go to win main. So after that, this is domain. So after that, you'll move on to call a function called delete extracted files. So this is most likely just to delete the files that was actually extracted in the domain method. So after that, you'll just close the handle. So basically, the exe file might just close after it has done what it's supposed to do. And so this concludes my advanced static analysis, and thank you.